Shout out to them people. Mad ethnic.
And so I like to moisturize my lips before I start anything, just so they're not crusty when I put on, you know, lipstick. I'm gonna use this Angel Veil primer from NYX. Yeah, basically my word for 2018 is gonna be consistency, because that's where I fell. Consistent. I'm not consistent in anything. Like, the reason why I didn't lose weight in 2017, or like, you know, consistently lose weight and keep it off, was because I wasn't consistent. You know, I would go on a diet for like 2 weeks and then something would throw me off and then I'd just completely quit. That's not how it works. So you're not gonna achieve anything unless you have consistency. And so you also have to be in the right, and if you're not in the right headspace, I feel like nothing is going to work out for you. But now I'm gonna use the Strobe Matte Cream because I want this look to be like sort of natural looking and glowy. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm just gonna put it all over my face. But yeah, so I'm just trying to be consistent. I also want to be consistent on YouTube. I don't post that much. I maybe post once a week, if that, and that's just not gonna cut it. Like, that's not what I want to do. But it's just been hard trying to find a balance between work and this, and then also balance just your normal life, you know, your everyday life, because I need a break. So my weekends are when I have a break from work, but then I find myself dedicating all my time to this, and then I don't really have any time to just like rest for myself, like mentally, physically. Just, I don't have time to unwind. So I'm trying to still find the balance, and yeah, hopefully it works out, and hopefully I can grow here on YouTube and start posting more videos and better content and just kind of find my own on here. That's what I'm trying to do. Now I'm gonna go ahead and color correct. This is almost out. This is sad. I actually need to go buy some more today. But this is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Orange Corrector. And so I have some hyperpigmentation on all around my face. So it's really bad around my mouth. I have really bad dark circles. And then I have some acne scarring in some places. So I'm just gonna use it. It's sad when you have to start like twisting your products and squeezing it, and yeah, girl, it's time for a new one. Okay, so next I'm going to use some foundation. Today I'm going to use the Matte Poreless Maybelline foundation, and I have two shades because I feel like no brand has like my perfect shade. So I usually have to mix, and I don't mind buying two of these because they're very inexpensive. Like, I buy mine at Walmart because that's where they're the cheapest. I think they're like $4 or $5. And then I saw that they added some colors. So I actually got, what is this? Cappuccino number 340, this one. And then I also got warm coconut, and it's 356. So I'm just gonna blend these, shake them, and I'm gonna blend them together because I feel like they give me a pretty nice shade. One of my goals is to also travel, because guys, in 2017 I literally did nothing. Like, I focused on myself and this YouTube channel and just work, and I didn't socialize. Like, I just didn't really want to. It was weird. Like, I was just kind of in my own little world, but I enjoyed it. Like, it was nice, but I'm kind of like, you need to start being social again, because background on myself, I normally was like a very social person. Like, I love to be around people. Like, I value my me time as well, but I usually typically liked to be around a lot of people. And here lately, I just haven't really cared to be around a lot of people, just in general. And I've kind of like in 2017, I will say, I did neglect my friends, like my close friends, like my real friends. I kind of neglected them. Like, I didn't really like reach out to anyone. I didn't really hang out with anyone. And it wasn't anything like personal at all. It was just, I was just finding myself and just trying to figure my own life out. I'm back and I'm ready to I'm just gonna dot this all over my face. But yeah, I'm back and I'm ready to, you know, just get back out there. Yeah, hopefully this year I just want to travel. I want to spend time with my friends and my family, of course. And with traveling, like I want to go do some stuff in the summer. Like I'm trying to go on a cruise, and I also want to go to the Essence Music Festival. Never been, so me and my friend Courtney were talking about going, and some of my family members, my cousins. So hopefully it goes down, and I think it'll be really fun. And I also want to go on a cruise. I'm still trying to like get people together to go on one. Just because I need to do something. I just need to get out there and do stuff. But also, if I go on a cruise, like, I don't want to be fat on a cruise. Like, I am not trying to be this size on a cruise. So I kind of want to go ahead and lock the cruise, like put the cruise down in, like lock it in, like officially like put some money down on it so that like I know I'm officially going. And I feel like that will really motivate me to stay consistent with my weight loss, because girl, I'm trying to look cute out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that there's anything wrong with being bigger, but you know, this is extra weight and it's not healthy. Like, I'm very unhealthy. Like, the size that I'm at right now is very unhealthy. I'm only 5'2", and you know, I'm not gonna say how much I weigh, but how much I weigh is not healthy at all. And I feel it too. It's one thing if you've like gained a few pounds and it's just like, yeah, I'm not as small as I used to be, whatever. It happens as you get older. Like, a lot of people gain weight. It's just kind of a natural thing. But you know, once you can start getting borderline like unhealthy, like physically unhealthy, like you're kind of going down a bad road. And I feel like that's, if I continue to not exercise and just eat whatever I want, and now I'm at a job where I sit down all day, which I usually was at a job where I was constantly moving, I was picking things up, I was, you know, moving around all day. And so that does help balance it out. But when you're sitting all day, you're not exercising, you're eating whatever you want. I mean, and I don't have a fast metabolism, so that's not gonna work for me. So yeah, I definitely want to just get healthier this year. I'm not gonna put a lot of pressure on myself for it, but I definitely just wanna be like, have my mind in the right space and just accomplish something, you know? I did accomplish some goals last year, and you know, I also didn't accomplish some that I wanted to, which was losing weight. I didn't do that. But I accept it. I love myself either way, but I know I'd feel so much more confident and more like myself if I got this weight off. Melody, really? Are you really gonna do that? I kinda wanna go in with another layer. Am I being obsessive? I just want my skin to look like flawless. Because I would say this is like a medium coverage. Like, I don't want to look like cake face, you know, but I also want my skin to just look really flawless and like covered, and I don't feel like I'm getting that. So I'm gonna go with another layer. So I'm definitely gonna, I want to share my weight loss journey and my experience with you guys, but I am gonna start like documenting my journey. I'm just really trying to figure out what works best for my channel, because I don't know. So if you watch my channel a lot, just let me know like some things that you would like to see that you haven't. I feel like everyone does the same stuff on here, so it's hard. It's hard to be original. I think today I want to cream contour, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this Fenty Beauty matchstick and the shade Espresso. So it just looks like this. I honestly think it's a little too dark for me, but I'm gonna just be really like, try to be light-handed with it. So we're gonna start at the top of the ear and just do like a little bit of line, a little line. I don't like to get too crazy with it. Do the other side, and then I'm gonna do a little bit on my forehead. Not anything crazy either. And then, I think I'm gonna do a little bit under here because my chin is really like long. I have like a heart-shaped face, also a chubby face, so we're gonna try to minimize that a little bit. So I'm gonna go underneath. And I don't really mess with my nose, so we're not gonna bother with that. For concealer, I'm just gonna use and for highlighting purposes, I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is in the shade Deep. This is my favorite, all-time favorite. This is everyone's favorite concealer, but it really is good. Like, the hype is real, so if you haven't tried it, definitely try it out. Now, I do think that they can come out with more of a shade range. Hopefully they do. And then I saw something like kind of hinting that they may be coming out with some foundation, so I hope so. That'll be exciting to see how those work out. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna be dramatic and I'm gonna do a triangle under my eye. This is not necessary. If you're trying to do like a more everyday, well, this is kind of, I do want this to kind of be like a more everyday look, but also sort of dramatic. So, but you really don't have to do the whole triangle thing. Like, every face shape is different and things work for different people. So do whatever works best for you. I just do what I want to do and what works best for me. So how about that? Guys, doesn't everyone in my like social media circle is having babies, y'all? Shout out to y'all. Y'all keep busting these kids out. I'm not mad though. I hope I can be a mom one day. I really, like, it's weird, but for a long time I've always felt like I'm supposed to be a mom. Like, one day, not right now. Like, I'm not ready at all. But like, when the day comes, I really can't wait to have a family. Hopefully, if I find a man. Speaking of finding a man, I also this year want to dip into the pool of dating, maybe. But I don't really know how to go about it. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to force anything, and I don't want to like be out there like looking for a man, because no, that's not what we're doing. But I have tried dating apps, and I cannot talk and do this at the same time. I'm so bad at this. But I've tried out dating apps, and girl, I really don't like them. I don't like them because I feel like most people are on there to just hook up. Like, I've tried other dating apps too. Like, of course, you know, I've tried Tinder, and like everyone told me, like, Savannah, no, that's like the hookup. That's the hookup dating site. Like, people just go on there to hook up with people, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, but I've met like 3 people off Tinder, like in person, and it wasn't bad. Like, I didn't get those vibes from them. Like, it was a couple years ago. One guy, he had this cute southern accent. He was from Mississippi, and he had this really, really cute accent, and he was cute too. And we had lunch at like Applebee's or something, and I was late. I was late for the date, and he was like already sitting there and everything. And so he didn't seem mad or anything. Like, and the lunch went well. Like, it wasn't awkward. It really wasn't awkward. There weren't like any like sparks there or anything, but I mean, he was a nice guy, but that didn't really turn into anything. Then I talked to this guy. He was like, I think he was like maybe 2 years younger than me or something. And like, typically I don't like focus my stuff on age and stuff necessarily, but I mean, I typically don't like to date guys that are younger than me, just because I don't feel like they're gonna be in the right mindset. And yeah, like, no. Lived with his parents, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're like getting your stuff together. I live at home right now, but I mean, I've been out there. I have my degree. I went away as soon as I graduated high school. I moved away from here. I've been to 2 colleges. I got my degree. I was on my own. I've done it all. It's not like I haven't, you know, been out there independent before. Y'all know, look at my original chit chat, like everyday look. I think I talk about how I ended up here and why I'm here right now. So this is temporary, but I don't think you should judge anyone that lives at home with their parents, because you don't know what their plan is. Like, I'm here with a plan. I'm not here just playing games. And it helps you save money. So I'm basically trying to save money and get my stuff together and be, I mean, it's a smart thing. If you have the opportunity to go back home if you're like kind of in a place where you're not really sure what you want to do, or you just need to like regroup, and that's why I'm here. And this year I'm just gonna save up. I'm gonna try to save up a whole year's worth of rent, and hopefully I can make that happen. But anyways, back to the story. Yeah, like he, I think he lived at home with his parents or whatever, which like whatever. He was like getting his stuff together, and but his brother was like, this is back when I wasn't in school. I think I had graduated college already, but I still lived in Denton because I went to UNT. So like I still lived in Denton. And his brother was in school and like lived at these apartments, and he was like hanging out with his brother. And so like I just went out, he invited me over to his brother's place, like where he was just like hanging out, and like we ordered a pizza and like had some beers and stuff. And it was so awkward because like, okay, so we're chilling, things are going okay. And he gets a call. No, his brother gets a call from their dad. And he's like, man, like daddy's on his way over here. And they just kind of started freaking out because I think his brother like, you know, like was doing some stuff he probably wasn't supposed to be doing or whatever. I don't know. But they kind of started freaking out, and basically he didn't tell me I had to leave, but it was kind of like I got that sense like you should probably go. And I was just so turned off by it. I was like, this is not what I'm looking for. Like I never talked to him again. I mean, he was a nice guy. No, nothing bad towards him or anything, but it just, that wasn't what it was supposed to be. And then there was one last guy that I kind of talked to, and he basically was like my age. I think he was either my age or like 1 year younger than me. It was something like that, but he was like very close to my age, if not my age. And he was married. Well, no, that came out wrong. He was not married. He was married before, but he was divorced, which is so weird for someone like our age. Like I'm 26, so at that time I was probably like, I was maybe like 24 then. For someone our age, like that young to like have already been married, and then like, you know, things don't always work out. So yeah, he was divorced, but it wasn't like a girl he just randomly met. She was also the mother of his child. They had a kid together, and I guess it just ended up not working out, and then they got a divorce. So yeah, he had a kid and he was divorced. So I didn't really know how I felt about it, but I didn't want to judge anyone for that. Like stuff happens, life happens. And he was like trying to get his stuff together, and he was a good person. Like I think we had some chemistry there, but we went out on a date and it was fine. Like he picked me up and everything. He was nice. And I remember one time my car just kept like breaking down, and I needed to wait. Like I had already missed a couple of days of work, and at that time I was the manager. So I mean, that looks really bad. Like I couldn't, you know, be a manager and be missing work like that. Even, I don't care if your car is messed up, like you gotta find a way to be there. So last minute in the morning, my car, like I went and got it fixed, and then I came back outside in the morning to start it and it wouldn't start. So he rushed over and took me all the way to work, and I lived, like my job was way far away. It was like an hour away, and he took me and everything, and he was very nice about it. And then I ended up moving back here. Like I told him I was thinking about moving back here, and I might, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, that just ended up not going anywhere. So yeah, those are all the dates that I've been on basically from Tinder. And then recently, like last year, my friend Morgan, who I work with, she was just like, yeah, like my friends were telling me, they're like, no, Savannah, don't go on Tinder. That's where people go to hook up. Like, that's not where you want to go. I was like, well, what app do I download? Like, where should I go? And it was like this app called like Plenty of Fish or something. My friend was telling me about, and she was like, yeah, like you have to, I forgot what the unique part of it was, but it was supposed to be people who are actually like looking for like real relationships and like not just trying to hook up and stuff. But all the people on there just looked really weird to me. Like, I know that sounds so bad, but they just looked kind of creepy to me, and I didn't like it, and so I ended up like deleting my whole profile and just like deleting the app altogether. And then I tried out Bumble, I think, where I think the girl, you have to pay a little bit of money for it, and then you also, I think the girl makes the first move or something. So you have to message the guy. Like, I think you guys match, if I'm not mistaken, you guys match, but he can't send you a message. You have to send him a message within a certain amount of time, or then it just goes away. So I did that for a second, but I didn't like it either. So I got creeped out. There was some creepy stuff that happened, and I just said, you know what, this ain't for me. I'm gonna just have to meet whoever I'm supposed to be with. I'm gonna just have to meet you in person, because these apps are scary for me. Like, you just never know what people's intentions are. I mean, in everyday life, even if you meet someone in person, you still don't know their intentions fully, but I don't know. Online dating kind of creeps me out, so I don't think I'm ever gonna do that again. So yeah, that's why, another reason why I wanna just start, I know I need to start being social, because, I mean, hello, your next relationship or your future husband is not going to just be knocking on your door and going, hey, Savannah, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here to be that man that you've been praying for. Here I am. That's not how it happens. So you have to like be social to meet people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go in with my Sasha Buttercup powder, and I don't bake. So I'm just going to set the areas that need to be set, that I get oily in. So I just like to set, like I'm setting my under eye, and I'm just patting this under, because with baking, I don't know, it just makes me look really crusty. Like, it makes me look dry, and I'm trying to look hydrated, girl, not dry. So, I mean, I'm getting old, y'all. Like, I'm about to be 27 this year. That's crazy. And honestly, haven't been in a relationship in a while, like some years, like a real relationship, like committed relationship. Like, I've talked to people, you know how you talk to people, like some of them are more serious than others. Like, my last serious like talking relationship, like we weren't in a relationship, was like years ago. It's so weird when you're like trying to get to know someone and you're talking. I kind of hate that stage, because I feel like since you're technically not together, that person, and you are free to kind of do whatever you want, but then at the same time, if y'all are like spending time and building a connection, it's just kind of I don't know, it's awkward. Things can get confusing, honestly. We weren't in a relationship, so technically he was free to do whatever he wanted. Like, I wasn't his girlfriend, like, so, but then, I don't know. I think that's also why I just kind of, I don't really talk about this, but I am celibate. Just because I feel like when you start having sex with somebody, it just, I mean, your emotions, your attachment to them does heighten. Like, let's just be real. Like, you have a stronger connection with them. Most people, like, if you guys are really like genuinely like each other as people, and then there's like that physical attraction too, and you guys are having sex, it can get confusing. I see why you're supposed to wait till marriage, honestly, because things get complicated, you know, like unwanted pregnancies, STDs, confused emotions, because you've done something so intimate with somebody, but then y'all aren't. It's weird. Like, I'm definitely gonna take things really slow with somebody, the next person I'm with. We're not doing all that stuff. We're gonna get to know each other and figure things out, and I'm not gonna give myself to someone who's not gonna be committed to me. And so yeah, I just used Anastasia Dip Brow to carve them out. I just used my Precise Brow pencil from Benefit to fill them in, and then I also used some tinted brow gel from Anastasia to kind of feather the front of them, make them stay up like that. So now it's time for eyeshadow. I'm gonna try and use this Soft Ochre Pro Longwear Paint Pot, because I see everyone else on here using it, so that's why I bought it. But yeah, so I'm gonna use it as my base. And I've learned with this, you gotta blend it out fast or else it'll crust up. Okay, so I'm gonna take this I am starting to think about where I want to go after this, like as far as where I want to live. And I'm either going to go back to Dallas, I'm not sure, or I was trying to be open-minded and possibly think about going to a different city just for a complete new start. Just let you guys know what I'm doing. I'm about to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Renaissance palette. I'm gonna try this raw sienna. I think that's what it's called, raw sienna color right here. So I'm just gonna place this on my crease. Yeah, it was kind of cheesy. I ended up taking this test. Like one night I was just up late, just kind of like thinking about my life and like what I want to do next. And you know, as I was saying, I'm trying to figure out what city I want to move to after this year is up. And I just randomly like searched like a quiz, like what city in Texas, what big city in Texas should I live in? And it came out, the results came and it said I should live in Austin, Texas. I'm not basing my my decision off that quiz, but it kind of like opened my mind. I was like, I could see myself in Austin maybe. I don't really know anyone there. Like my best friend does live there, her and her family. And then I have like a couple of people that I know that like just moved there, or like, yeah, I know a couple of people that just moved there. Other than that, I don't know anyone there. Next, I'm gonna use the shade called Regular, right here. Rilger, I'm sorry, Rilger, I think. Yeah, we're gonna go with Rilger. I'm gonna put this in my crease, on the outer V and on my crease. Now I'm gonna go back into the sienna shade, just kind of blend out the edges so it's not like crazy looking. I think I'm gonna use red ochre right here. I'm just gonna place that on the outer V of my eye. I think I'm gonna go into Primavera on my lids. I feel like the lid shade kind of covered up what we did on the outside. So I kind of want to bring that back out and just go along the edges. Done. I'm just gonna go back into red ochre. I think I'm gonna use this gel, this Maybelline Eye Studio Blackest Black gel liner. I'm just gonna kind of pull on my eye a little bit. I've got my eyeliner all done, and now I'm gonna use these Vegas Nay Eye Allure lashes in Shining Star. Wait, I'm gonna put these on off camera because it's a struggle. I'm gonna go ahead and contour, and I've been loving this shade called Brownie Bite in the It's My Ray Ray BH Cosmetics palette. And so it is a little dark, but I'm gonna just tap it very lightly and just add just a little bit. Next, I'm gonna put on some blush, and I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt blush. It's like a duo, and this is in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. I'm just gonna use this side, so this is the Ginger Binge side. And I'm gonna use LeBron's first. Packaging looks like this. And I like to do the fishy face, like, so I can see everything. And you just wanna put it on the highest part of your cheekbones. You can also bring it up here a little bit. You can do it under your, highlight under your eyebrow, the highest part of your brow. You can do it on your nose, inner corner, Cupid's bow, and People do it on their chin. I'm not gonna do it because my chin is already long and I don't wanna like emphasize it more. So I'm going to use La Peach. Skin tones can use this. I'm gonna just highlight the nose. Oh my gosh, that is booming. Banging. Shaylo says booming. That is booming. I'm not trying to beam that bright, so let's tone that down. Now I'm going to take some Fix Plus and spray my face because I'm looking a little powdery, looking a little crazy, so we're gonna tone that down. It's like really tiny. I don't even know what this is. I think this is from Limo, London, and this is in Coffee Bean. I use it like in every tutorial, so if you've been watching, you probably are used to this. So I'm just gonna line my lips. Yeah. And it was from Dose of Colors. It's in the shade Cork. I really love these. Alright, so this is the final look. I went ahead and changed my top and I don't like how this turned out, so I want to add some gloss over it and see if that helps it. And this is just some gloss from Rimmel and it's called Stay Glossy. Just a clear gloss. Alright guys, this is the final look, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you never miss another video from me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.